Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. In this video, we will be learning regarding chemical reactions of pyrrole. In the last session, we had learned regarding pyrrole, its introduction and synthesis of pyrrole using different methods. So in this session, we will see how this pyrrole is reactive and different chemical reactions that can be performed using pyrrole. So these are the list of different chemical reactions that pyrrole undergoes. One of the most important is electrophilic substitution reaction. Next is how we define the acidic and basic character regarding pyrrole. The other is oxidation and reduction reactions of pyrrole. Then how does the pyrrole undergoes ring expansion reactions. Then reaction of pyrrole with malic anhydride. Then the name reactions like Remote-Tiemann reaction and Kolbe-Smith reaction. These two are important name reactions that are chemical reactions of pyrrole. So starting with the first reaction, that is electrophilic substitution reaction. So now what is electrophile? Before starting with the electrophilic substitution reaction, we need to understand what are electrophiles. Electro and philes, as the name defines, these are electron deficient species. Philes means loving, that is electron loving species. Indirectly it is electron deficient species that can accept a pair of electrons. Thus they are known as electrophiles. Now in case of pyrrole, pyrrole, it is a 5-membered cyclic structure with nitrogen as heteroatom and 2 unsaturated or pi bonds. And another structure is of benzene. Now in these two, as we know, nitrogen has lone pair of electrons. So these lone pair of electrons can be donated to adjacent carbon atoms and it undergoes delocalization with pi bonds of the pyrrole. But in this case, that is benzene, there is no heteroatom and there is no donation of lone pair of electrons, but delocalization occurs because of presence of the pi bonds. Delocalization occurs because of the presence of pi bonds. But in case of pyrrole, delocalization can occur because of pi bonds, but also it can be facilitated because of lone pairs that are donated by the nitrogen. So because of these lone pair of electrons of nitrogen, the reactivity of pyrrole is much more greater as compared to the benzene, because there is no heteroatom that can donate its lone pair and can increase the reactivity. But in case of pyrrole, nitrogen atom is present as heteroatom that can donate its lone pair of electrons and increase the reactivity of the pyrrole. Majorly, this electrophilic substitution in pyrrole occurs at second position, either this or this. Second position of the pyrrole ring system. If in case the second position is occupied by some other atom, for example, if we guess that this is attached to some atom X, not halogens, it is some atom X, then substitution, this electrophilic substitution reaction occurs at position 3. Then if the second position of the pyrrole is occupied by some other atom or some other groups, then electrophilic substitution reactions occur at position 3. So now let us see different electrophilic substitution reactions using different kinds of reagents. So here you can see this is the pyrrole. This undergo halogenation reaction. This reaction is known as halogenation, and in specific here you can see it is reacted with the iodine, so it is also known as iodination. So instead of iodine you can also react it with bromine or chlorine, and the reagent will be, in case of iodination it is iodine and potassium iodide, but in case of bromine you can use it as potassium bromide and potassium chloride in case of chlorine. So whichever halogen you react, the same salt of that halogen must be used in order to carry out electrophilic substitution of the pyrrole. In this case, iodine with potassium iodide. If we use bromine, then we have to use potassium bromide. If we use chlorine for chlorination, then we have to use potassium chloride. If the process utilizes bromine, then it is known as bromination. If it uses chlorine, then it is known as chlorination. In general, it is known as halogenations because iodine, bromine and chlorine all are halogens. So if we react it with iodine and potassium iodide. So for atoms of iodine get attached at second, third, fourth and fifth respectively. So this is known as tetraiodopyrrole. This is known as tetraiodopyrrole. Okay, so when pyrrole reacts with iodine in presence of potassium iodide, we get tetraiodopyrrole. Second example for electrophilic substitution reaction is nitration. Here you can see nitro group is attached at second position. We have already discussed that whenever electrophilic substitution reactions takes place, it majorly takes place at second position. If second position is occupied, then the reaction takes place at third position. So pyrrole, when reacted with acetyl nitrate, you can see here this is acetyl and this is nitrate. Acetic acid COOH, CH3, COH is acetic acid. When hydrogen is replaced with nitro group, it is known as acetyl nitrate in presence of acetic anhydride. This is a acetic anhydride at 278 Kelvin. So at this condition, pyrrole undergoes nitration reaction at second position. So this is known as 2-nitropyrrole. This nitration reaction must be carried at milder conditions, and strong acids cannot be used. Because if we use stronger acids, pyrrole tends to polymerize. So the required product, that is 2-nitropyrrole, we will not get. Instead we will get polymerized pyrrole, that is not used. So in order to get 2-nitropyrrole, we have to use milder conditions. So for mild conditions, acetyl nitrate in presence of acetic anhydride is used. If we use strong acids like nitric acid, then this nitric acid in presence of sulfuric acid, this is usually a nitrating agent in any of the reactions. But in case of pyrrole, if we want to undertake nitration, this mixture of nitric acid and sulfuric acid should not be used. Otherwise, pyrrole will tend to polymerize rather than giving nitro product. So because of this reason, we have to use milder conditions like acetyl nitrate in presence of acetic anhydride. Then only we will get the product as 2-nitropyrrole. So the next reaction is known as sulfonation. So similarly, here also we cannot use strong acids like sulfuric acid. We cannot use strong acid like sulfuric acid for reaction. Instead, we have to use sulfur trioxide in presence of solvent known as pyridine. So these forms are milder conditions for sulfonation. So the product obtained is 2-sulfopyrrole, or you can also write it as pyrrole to sulfonic acid. Pyrrole to sulfonic acid. So here also we should not use any of the stronger sulfonating agents. We have to use milder sulfonating agents like sulfur trioxide in presence of pyridine, but the temperature remains is 373 Kelvin. The next electrophilic substitution reaction of pyrrole is known as Friedel-Crafts acylation. So Friedel-Crafts acylation, there are two types of Friedel-Crafts reaction. One is Friedel-Crafts alkylation and another is Friedel-Crafts acylation. So the difference is acyl and alkyl groups. Alkyl groups is nothing but the alkanes like CH3, C2H5 and guanine. These are known as alkyl groups. So it is known as attachment of these alkyl groups to the basic ring is using Friedel-Crafts reagent is known as Friedel-Crafts alkylations, because alkyl groups are being attached. But in case of Friedel-Crafts acylation, the acyl group like the COCH3, C double bond O CH3 is known as acyl group. So attachment of these acyl groups to the basic nucleus in presence of Friedel-Crafts reagents is known as Friedel-Crafts acylation. So in this case, pyrrole undergoes Friedel-Crafts acylation in presence of acetic anhydride and tin chloride. This is tin chloride in presence of acetic anhydride is treated with pyrrole. So the acyl group is attached at second position and the product obtained is 2-acyl pyrrole, or you can also write it as 2-acetyl pyrrole because it is also acetyl group or acyl group. So you can write either 2-acyl pyrrole or 2-acetyl pyrrole. So this is regarding electrophilic substitution reactions wherein it undergoes reaction like halogenations, in particularly iodination, bromination or chlorination. Also it undergoes nitration and sulfonation. Under milder conditions, you should not use any of the strong acids during nitration or during sulfonation of pyrrole. Otherwise, pyrrole will get polymerized and the required products like nitropyrrole or pyrrole sulfonic acid will not be obtained. Also, pyrrole undergoes Friedel-Crafts acylation in presence of tin chloride and acetic anhydride to give 2-acetyl pyrrole. Second character or second chemical reaction is how we define the acidic character of a pyrrole. You can see the structure of pyrrole. It contains nitrogen. Usually these nitrogen containing molecules are basic in nature. So to define acidic character, we have to define the nature of this nitrogen. So as it tends to donate its pair of electrons and undergoes resonance, and also it may react with another bases like KOH and forms anions. This hydrogen is replaced with the potassium. So it may carry a slightly negative charge and potassium carries slight positive charge. Also you can write it as negative charge. You can write this lone pair of electrons will be retained, but because of loss of this hydrogen atom or these protons, the bonding electrons will be left by the nitrogen itself. So it will carry a negative charge and this potassium will go and attack and replace this hydrogen, so it carries a positive charge. So because of this negative charge, it is slightly acidic in nature. The character of this pyrrole is it is slightly acidic in nature. Acidic because of presence of the negative charge that is formed when it is reacted with potassium hydroxide. Now this negative charged pyrrole, or you can say as anion, undergoes resonance stabilization. It undergoes resonance stabilization. We have already seen the resonance stabilized structures of only pyrrole in the last video that I had uploaded. So in that we had seen how the pyrrole is being stabilized by resonance structures and how it has different resonance structures. So in this we will see how this negative ion or this anion is being stabilized by the resonance. So in this case, these lone pair of electrons, or you can say the negative charge, is displaced to the adjacent carbon. So these bonding pair of electrons will be donated to the next carbon atom. So the resultant structure will be the carbon carrying negative ions while the nitrogen is being stabilized by the electrons. Now this negative charge will again be displaced to the adjacent carbon-carbon bond and these electrons will be displaced to the next carbon atom. So this is the resulting resonance structure. Here you can see the negative charge is being displaced to the adjacent carbon forming double bond, while the already pi bond present is displaced to the next carbon atom forming another carbanion ion. This is known as carbanion ion because the carbon is carrying negative charge. So anion and carbanion ion. Now this carbon ion again tries to stabilize itself by delocalization of pi electron. Again the adjacent pi bonds are displaced and there is a formation of new carbon-carbon double bond. So here are the other two resonating structures wherein the negative charge is being displaced to the adjacent carbons and nitrogen and the pi bonds are being delocalized. So these are different resonating structures that helps in stabilization of this anion. So because of this stabilization or delocalization of this anion, the pyrrole is slightly acidic in nature. So now let us see how pyrrole's basic character can be defined. So this basic character can also be defined based on the presence of lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen. So in the acidic character also we had seen that it undergoes delocalization for stabilization of the anion. Similarly, when it loses the proton because of its basic nature, as we know all bases try to lose the protons while all the acids try to accept the protons, right? So when it accepts the protons, it becomes conjugate base, while all the bases try to accept the protons, while the acids base try to accept the protons, while acids try to donate the protons. So this is the basics of acidic and basic character. So similarly, it is a base, so it tries to accept the protons, but these lone pair of electrons, if it tries to accept the protons, it will form a slightly positive charge. But because of this lone pair of electrons, they are involved in delocalization. Now these lone pair of electrons are involved in delocalization, so there is no chance that the nitrogen will accept the proton, because these lone pair of electrons try to delocate themselves and try to undergo resonance structures. They try to undergo different resonance structures. You can see here in this undergoes delocalization. So a negative charge is being developed on the carbon, while the lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen are delocalized and they form a new bond with the carbon, that is carbon nitrogen double bond, and there is generation of positive charge on the nitrogen. Already, because we know that nitrogen has only 3 valencies and it forms only 3 bonds. It cannot form more than 3 bonds. If it forms more than 3 bonds, then positive charge is being generated on the nitrogen. So already the lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen undergo delocalization and the positive charge is being generated. So there is no extra scope that other hydrogens come and attach to the, or other protons come and attach to the nitrogen. So because of this delocalization of electrons, basic character of nitrogen is slightly basic. It rarely accepts the protons. This means slightly basic character is nitrogen. It rarely accepts the protons. It accepts only when this lone pair of electrons doesn't undergo delocalization. If these lone pair of electrons remain on the nitrogen, then only it will accept the protons, otherwise it won't accept. So this defines the basic character of the pyrrole. Delocalization of electrons helps in defining both acidic character as well as basic character of the pyrrole. So now let us see oxidation reaction of the pyrrole. What do you mean by oxidation? Oxidation has 3 different meanings. Either one meaning is absorption of oxygen, or removal of electrons, or removal of protons. These 3 define oxidation definition. That is, either it can accept oxygen, or it tends to removal of electrons or removal of protons, or you can say removal of hydrogens. Both means the same. Hydrogen removal or removal of electrons also leads to oxidation, or exception or addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen. You can see here in the oxidation definition, oxy, that is oxygen, and addition is addition of oxygen. So in this way you can remember the definition of oxidation, that is addition of oxygen is known as oxidation. So how does this pyrrole undergo oxidation reaction? So pyrrole undergoes oxidation in presence of ferric trioxide. So this is chromium trioxide. Chromium trioxide. Ferric trioxide is C. Selenium is Ce. So this is chromium. So chromium trioxide. Pyrrole reacts with chromium trioxide in presence of acetic acid. And forms maleimide. This is a structure known as maleimide. So here you can see at the 2nd and 5th position there is addition of oxygen. Here you can see there is addition of oxygen at 2nd and 5th position. So such reactions is known as oxidation, wherein pyrrole undergoes oxidation in presence of chromium trioxide in presence of acetic acid. Different oxidizing agents are potassium permanganate, potassium chromate, potassium permanganate. Hydrogen peroxide is also one of the oxidizing agents. But in this case, it specifically reacts with chromium trioxide in presence of acetic acid, resulting in the addition of oxygen at second and fifth positions. So now let us see how the reduction reactions are being carried for pyrrole. Again, definition of reductions. Three definitions. In case of oxidation, it was addition of oxygen. But in case of reduction, there is removal of oxygen. You can see RE, that is removal. Removal of oxygen or addition of electrons or addition of hydrogens. So these three definitions define reduction. Either R is removal of oxygen, or you can also remember eduction, that is addition of electrons. E is for electrons, and addition of electrons or also addition of hydrogen is also known as reduction. So how pyrrole undergoes reduction reaction? So there are two methods wherein pyrrole undergoes reduction. One method is using zinc dust. Zinc dust in presence of acetic acid, where it undergoes mild reduction to form 3-pyrrolidene. 3-pyrroline. So you can see first, second and third. So at third position there is presence of double bond, so ene, pyrroline. So it undergoes first mild reduction in presence of zinc dust and acetic acid to form 3-pyrroline. When this 3-pyrroline is again treated with hydrogen iodide in presence of red phosphorus. This is red phosphorus in presence of hydrogen iodide, and when it is heated, then it forms tetrahydropyrrole or also known as pyrrolidine. You can either write tetrahydropyrrole because these unsaturated bonds are all replaced by hydrogens. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 hydrogens are being added. So it is also known as tetrahydropyrrole, or the chemical name is pyrrolidine. So using zinc dust in presence of acetic acid, for the reaction with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus, the pyrrole is being converted to pyrrolidine. These are the milder conditions wherein pyrrole undergoes reduction reactions. Reduction is nothing but addition of hydrogen. But in presence of hydrogen and nickel, nickel is a catalyst. This is a metal that is a catalyst. So in this presence of hydrogen and nickel at 473 Kelvin, this pyrrole can be directly reduced to pyrrolidine. It can be directly reduced to pyrrolidine in presence of hydrogen and nickel. So this method is known as catalytic reduction. This method is known as catalytic reduction in presence of hydrogen and nickel. So most of the reduction reactions are carried out by catalytic reduction process only, wherein hydrogen is majorly directly used for reduction of any of the unsaturated bonds in presence of catalyst. So this is one of the catalyst is nickel. Other catalyst like LiAlH4, that is lithium aluminum hydride, is also lithium aluminum hydride in presence of hydrogen. This is the best reducing agent that can be used for reduction of unsaturated bonds to saturated bonds, or reduction of any of the compound to any of the compound. So LiAlH4 and hydrogen is one of the catalysts that can be used. Also palladium and hydrogen is one of the other catalytic reductant used for reduction of the unsaturated compounds. So hydrogen and nickel, LiAlH4 and hydrogen, also palladium and hydrogen. So these all, palladium, lithium aluminum hydride and nickel, acts as a catalyst wherein whatever the substrate we take is absorbed and hydrogen is reacted with the substrate, such that these unsaturated bonds are converted into saturated bonds and hydrogen is being added into the compound. So next chemical reaction of pyrrole is ring expansion. Means Here it is 5-membered. As we know, pyrrole is 5-membered. So we have to use certain chemical reagents that expands the 5-membered ring and convert it into 6-membered ring. So conversion of 5-membered ring to a 6-membered ring. This method is known as ring expansion. So the ring expansion specifically takes place using potassium salt of pyrrole. So we had seen in acidic character that potassium hydroxide reacts with pyrrole. So it forms a potassium salt. This is known as potassium salt of pyrrole. So when this potassium salt reacts with chloroform in presence of sodium ethoxide. This is sodium and this is ethoxide. So potassium salt of pyrrole reacting in presence of chloroform and sodium ethoxide undergoes intermediary product formation. This intermediate is known as bicyclic intermediate because you can see here one cycle and the second cycle. So this is a bicyclic intermediate. So this bicyclic intermediate is highly unstable. It undergoes rearrangement and loses a molecule of potassium chloride. So this is highly unstable, undergoes rearrangement, losing a molecule of potassium chloride, resulting in the ring expansion. You can see here it is a 5-membered ring, but here now it has turned to 6-membered ring. And the product formed is 3-chloropyridine. First, second and third. Third position is chloro and the basic nucleus is known as pyridine. 5-membered unsaturated nitrogen heteroatom is known as pyrrole, but a 6-membered unsaturated is known as pyridine. So it forms 3-chloropyridine and undergoes ring expansion reactions. So what happens is basically this chloroform, it forms a carbene. This is dichloro because 2 and carbon having extra electron pair. So this is known as dichlorocarbene. First chloroform is converted into dichlorocarbene. This dichlorocarbene attacks potassium salt of pyrrole, leading to formation of a cyclic system. Here you can see, so one of this bond goes and attacks this carbon atom, leading to formation of bicyclic structure. Now this bicyclic structure is highly unstable. So what happens? Here you can see there are lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen. So these lone pair of electrons try to form a bond with the adjacent carbon atom. So the potassium ion is being lost. Potassium ion is lost and there is a formation of a new bond with the adjacent carbon. So there is double bond formation here. Now this carbon, the newly formed double bonded carbon atom, its valency increases. So it tries to break the bond with the other carbon atom. Here new bond is formed, here the bond is broken. Bond formation and bond breaking. So now this bond or these electron pairs are donated to new carbon that is being attached. You can see the red color indicates the formation of a new bond and this C is because of dichlorocarbene. This carbon is being added, a new carbon is being added that helps in ring expansion. So potassium loss, formation of a bond between carbon and nitrogen, breaking of bond between two carbon atoms and regeneration of a carbon-carbon double bond with dichlorocarbene as a carbon. And one of this chlorine is being lost. This chlorine and potassium combine together and lost as potassium chloride. So this is how actual ring expansion reaction takes place, wherein potassium salt of pyrrole expands to form 6-membered 3-chloropyridine. So the next reaction is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. This is important reaction of pyrrole, wherein the potassium salt of pyrrole reacts with the chloroform in presence of water. So in case of ring expansion, the chloroform in presence of sodium ethoxide is being reacted with potassium salt of pyrrole. But in case of Riemann-Tiemann reaction, potassium salt of pyrrole reacts with chloroform in presence of water. So there are two different reactions with chloroform itself, but the reagents change, that is water and sodium ethoxide. So in this case it reacts with the water and forms an aldehydic substituted product, that is 2-pyrrole carboxaldehyde. Similarly here also a carbene is being generated, that is dichlorocarbene. It attacks one of the carbon and there is a reduction reaction, or you can say a hydrolysis reaction taking place with the carbon, wherein this water acts as a hydronium ion. This water acts as a hydronium ion while this chloroform reacts as dichlorocarbene. So this is the difference between Rimmer-Tiemann reaction and ring expansion reaction of potassium salt of pyrrole, wherein the Rimmer-Tiemann reaction results in addition of aldehyde group, while in case of ring expansion, the 5-membered ring is converted into 6-membered ring. So the next reaction is known as Kolbe-Smith reaction. This is also an important reaction wherein the pyrrole is being converted into carboxylic substituted pyrrole. You can see a carboxylic substituted pyrrole wherein potassium salt of pyrrole is treated with carbon dioxide under pressure, resulting in the formation of either 2-pyrrole carboxylic acid or 3-pyrrole carboxylic acid. So there is a mixture that is being generated. That is, it contains 2-pyrrole as well as 3-pyrrole carboxylic acid when potassium salt of pyrrole is treated with carbon dioxide under pressure. So these are different chemical reactions that are performed by pyrrole. And the last reaction is reaction with malic anhydride. So the last reaction is reaction with malic anhydride. You can see the structure of malic anhydride. So the structure of malic acid is this is the structure of malic acid. You can see COH, COH, CH double bond, CH. So this is converted into anhydride. You can see C double bond O, C double bond O, CH double bond, CH. So this malic anhydride reacts with the pyrrole and undergoes Diels-Alder reaction. This is a kind of addition reaction, Diels-Alder reaction, wherein specifically unsaturated compounds react with each other to form an adduct. The product formed is known as adduct. So here adduct formed is this product, wherein this bond is broken and these unsaturated bonds react with the carbon, forming an addition product. So this is how malic anhydride reacts with the pyrrole, forming an adduct, that is known as Diels-Alder reaction. So this is regarding different chemical reactions that pyrrole undergoes, resulting in different kinds of products. Hope you have understood in this video how different types of chemical reactions can be performed using pyrrole. Thank you.